Hey guys, my name is Matt Gleason. I'm an aspiring music teacher here at Super Bob Vokes, and this time I'm going to be showing you some stuff on the bass guitar having to do with the right hand. So let's get you zoomed in here. The bass and guitar are obviously very similar instruments, but I think one of the most fundamental differences has to do with how you actually strike the strings over on this side. Obviously, you could always use a pick and play it like you would a guitar, but there's going to be a lot of techniques that are very specific to finger style with bass. So that's what I'll be showing you today. First things first, when you're sitting down to play this thing, is you can kind of see how relaxed my arm is. I've got my forearm right here resting on top of the instrument right here, just kind of hanging out, just nice and easy. And as you can see, I'm letting my hand just drape over the bass guitar, something like this, like I got a zombie claw or something, right? Or like little T-Rex arms. Letting my wrist bend, letting my fingers dangle, nice and relaxed, as if I was just chilling, not really thinking about it, right? From here, this is where you want to take your thumb and get this thing planted on the instrument somewhere. So a lot of people will plant it right here on the pickup. Every bass is a little bit different, so see if that's going to work for you. You might have a little notch here in the pickup, so you might have to sit on kind of the side of it like this. You can also rest on the string themselves. The issue with this is obviously when it comes time to play the string, you can't be here, so you're going to have to move back up to the pickup. But you always want to keep this thumb planted somewhere on the instrument. I've seen people do it up here on the neck, seen people do it on this pickup, even the bridge. Keep it planted somewhere. I usually choose about right here on my first pickup, my neck pickup. And then what this allows for is basically a backboard. Let's see if I can get you guys a little bit better angle here. So it's like you now have somewhere for your pointer finger and middle finger after they pluck to land. I'm plucking strings backwards into my thumb, right? To create that backboard feel. The same thing can be applied when I'm sitting here on a string and I'm plucking the next string. I've always got that backboard spot. If you don't plant the thumb, all of a sudden when I pluck a note, I'm just coming off into the air and there's nothing to stop these fingers from, which is where you're going to get a bunch of wild kind of techniques happening. In order for the tone and the striking of the strings to be as consistent as possible, you want to have that thumb planted and have something to pluck back into. Now, notice that even if I leave my thumb here and I'm plucking a string in the middle of the bass like this one, I'm still plucking this thing backwards and into the back string behind it. So in this case, I'm plucking the D string and my pointer finger is resting on the A string. Sorry, I'm on a 5 string. I was trying to relate it back to your terms, but this is technically A string to E string. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. Just know that this string is being plucked back into the string behind it, the bigger string. This goes for the middle finger too when I'm plucking. You can see that when I'm walking along like this, I've always got that backboard. This is going to allow for nice and consistent tone, like I was saying. I think that's the hardest part about finger bass, is trying to make sure that you're not getting differences in those finger tones like that. So this is going to be a really important technique. Once you kind of start to get this down, see if you can start doing groups of maybe 8 notes per string, and make sure that each time that you do it, that you're kind of stopping on the string behind it. Notice how I didn't really move my thumb this time. Try it like that first, then as you get more comfortable with that, maybe as you get down the bass, start moving your thumb with it. That way, if you're playing on these last couple strings on a really heavy, higher up part, your thumb is going to be closer rooted to where you're actually playing over here. So, to recap, biggest thing here is you want to have a nice relaxed forearm and draping right hand that looks like a little T-Rex claw, or like you're holding a baseball in your palm upside down, right? That way, you can be nice and relaxed as you're planting a thumb and then plucking back into either a string or a thumb. So that's the concept for today. Practice that with everything you're playing, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.